The complexity of micronization is that you try to create what we call sub-micron particles, at least close to 1 micron.
We spoke about micronization. So let's talk particle engineering per se, right? How often is micronization a bottleneck in both formulation and process flow? And is closed loop micronization evolving, especially when particle size uniformity, containment, and process repeatability is in picture?
I would say micronization is a very important process steps, I would say. A lot of operation need, in fact, a smaller particle size to have better activities. In fact, you increase what we call the active surface. And through that, you have better, for different operation, from energetics to cosmetic to the pharma, better attribute of the final product. The complexity of micronization is that you try to create what we call sub-micron particles, at least close to 1 micron particle size. First, you need proper technology to do that. In fact, you need quite high energy to produce this system, and mostly micronization has been dry milling on air jet mill.
Great.
On jet mill, you have high speed velocity, particle-to-particle collision in order to decrease the particle size. From that, you will have the difficulties after. If I look for all inhalation products, which is corticosteroid product for asthma treatment, they're as well toxic. That's why, again, you go back to containment perspective.
Right.
On the issues on micronized materials is like a fume. In fact, you're becoming non-really visible, and you can imagine the difficulty to contain a process on that level. That's why it's, in a way, one of the most complex process in the industry of containment point of view.
Right.
Or sake. And again, there has been installation produced where we have been supplied when we go with such a high level of containment in a level less than 25 nanogram per cubic meters. But what does it mean at the end? This is just, nanogram, micrograms. It's very difficult to assess. But just to give you an example of what does it mean on containment point of view. If I take 1 grain of salt, if I dilute it into an Olympic swimming pool, this will give me my containment of 50 nanogram per cubic meters.
Wow.
So you can imagine what grain of salt mean. And now even industry are speaking not anymore nanogram, but now we go to picograms. I mean, the difficulty is we can't even measure anymore.
It's tough.
But that's mean when you go to micronization, it's getting to the limit of the containment due to this very small particle that you need to contain. So a closed loop process is a key in order to contain the process all the way. And again, to have proper technology which allow this type of containment is very adamant to achieve this goal.
You already spoke about energy saving and energy required, right? And jet milling and other processes. Can you highlight a bit about, this is more of academic interest, I would say, more about cryogenic milling as well?
Cryogenic milling is basically related to the product characteristic. Some product could be elastic from their natures, and in fact, they will not break properly, to make it simple. That's why going through cryogenic will allow you to bring them brittle, because you cool the temperature, and through that they can break. That's pretty much the reason why you will go to cryogenic milling, due to the difficulties to micronize this product, which at normal temperature will have difficulty to breaks.